everybody. Welcome to the Top 10 Luxury Lifestyle channel. Today, we're going to go over the Laurene Powell Jobs billionaire lifestyle. Laurene Powell Jobs is a widow of Apple co-founder Steve Jobs and the ultimate heiress of billions of dollars of her husband's stocks in Apple and Disney. She is also the founder of Emerson Collective, an organization focused on creating impactful change in education, immigration, and climate. Apart from her shares in profit-churning firms like Apple and Disney, Laurene has invested in Pop-Up Magazine, Atlantic Magazine, College Track, and Monumental Sports. She has a diverse interest in education, social issues, arts, politics, media, and philanthropy. Her net worth is around $20 billion as of May 5th, 2021. Let's look into the vivid picture of the life of this brilliant woman. Life story. Miss Powell was born in West Milford, New Jersey in 1963. She is the daughter of a pilot who died in a plane collision when she was as little as 3 years old. Her mother later remarried. Miss Powell lived an unusual childhood. Apparently, she was not born a billionaire. There was no proper source of income for her that would allow her to live a carefree life. Miss Powell had to earn the money she wanted. She tried out any way possible for her to get paid out of her services. On snowy days, she would shovel the people's driveway with her sibling. She worked as a babysitter, a lifeguard, and a swim instructor. When she turned 16, firstly, she did the job of a bus girl, and then she became a waitress. For pursuing her academics in college, she had to knock at all the doors of revenue sources. Her life revolved around loans, scholarships, working and studying, and more waitressing. Her early life is full of challenges, gracefully embraced by the lady future billionaire-to-be. Academics and marriage. Powell Jobs completed her double major in political science and economics at the University of Pennsylvania. Later in 1989, she headed west to Stanford University for pursuing an MBA. At this venue, she met her future husband, Steve Jobs. The couple tied the knot of marriage in March 1991. The wedding held at the Ahwahnee Hotel in Yosemite National Park. They spent life together with 3 children, Reed, Aaron, and Eve. Bond with Steve Jobs. She carried a healthy and affectionate relationship with her husband. The duo used to talk a lot for hours every day. Steve Jobs remained a living inspiration for many people. In addition to this, he also affected the worldview of his wife. Miss Powell is separately a great individual. However, she admits that her husband widely influenced her views. She learned a lot from Steve Jobs. One of the profound learning that she took from him was, there is no need to accept that the world we are born into as something fixed and impermeable. When we zoom in, we get to know that the world is just atoms like us, moving all the time. And with energy, focus, intention, and willpower, we can actually produce a change in it. Powell's life after Steve Jobs. Miss Powell, despite her lots of achievements in life, stayed out of the public eye when Mr. Jobs was alive. In the life of Steve Jobs, Powell mainly took care of their family, especially the 3 kids. Along with her motherhood, she also managed to run a natural food company and worked on education and immigration reforms. Soon after Powell Jobs inherited the wealth of her husband, she became increasingly ambitious about her business and philanthropic activities. You cannot find much of her interviews as she maintains a low profile, granting relatively few interviews. Major investments. When Steve Jobs died in 2011, Laurene became the new owner of his shares in Apple and Disney. This event marks the starting point of her life as a billionaire. She desired to continue the work of her late husband and acquired Pop-Up Magazine. She also bought significant stakes in the Atlantic Magazine. She also invested in Monumental Sports, which owns the Washington Wizards, Washington Capitals hockey team, and Mystics basketball teams. College Track. In 1997, Powell Jobs founded a nonprofit organization, College Track. The venture aims to help in preparing low-income students to seek college through tutoring and mentoring. The success of College Track made it an operational center in 3 states and the District of Columbia. Emerson Collective. In 2004, Powell Jobs founded an organization, Emerson Collective, with the vision of bringing a social change. She named it after one of her favorite authors, Ralph Waldo Emerson. The Emerson Collective is not a traditional nonprofit organization. You can call it a private company with a history of funding several startups. The grants and investments of the company mainly focused on social justice, education, immigration, and the environment. The Super School Project. In 2015, Powell raised $50 million through Emerson to fund a campaign, XQ, the Super School Project. The Super School Project aims to introduce reforms in education by reconditioning the approach of high schools towards curriculum. She is currently the chairwoman of the board of directors of XQ. Alt School. Powell suggested fundamental reforms in the educational system. Alt School, a project under Emerson, is a venture capital-backed school aiming towards education transformation by experiencing student instruction with technology. However, Alt School did not make it to the ranks of success, ended up with disappointing revenues, and handed over control of its 4 schools to the next startup in 2019. The Atlantic. In July 2017, Emerson Collective acquired a major stake in The Atlantic. She commended her magazine for its drive to bring about equality for all people, celebrate American culture and literature, and cover the marvelous and sometimes messy democratic experiment. Monumental Sports. In October 2018, she invested in a sports team to get a 20% stake in the company that owns the NBA's Washington Wizards, the NHL's Washington Capitals, and the Washington, D.C.'s Capital One Arena. Other achievements. Laurene has also served on several other organizations' boards, including Conservation International, the New America Foundation, and Teach for America. She is also a member of the Council on Foreign Relations and Stanford University's Board of Trustees. She understands and addresses the climatic challenges and founded the Climate Leadership Council in company with Ray Dalio and Michael Bloomberg. A social activist. Miss Powell has a widespread influence and uses it to raise her voice upon different societal issues like education, immigration, poverty, etc. She has also worked with Arne Duncan, the former education secretary, to reduce violence due to guns in Chicago. Her beliefs reflect her intellect and understanding of social issues. She thinks that issues like education, environmental justice, personal health, and poverty are all interconnected. She said that if you pull one thread, you will get the whole tapestry, indicating how all these issues are connected, and picking one social issue brings the others to notice automatically. Most of her work aims to make a positive impact on society. However, she has not signed the Giving Pledge, which most Silicon Valley billionaires, including Bill Gates and Warren Buffett, have signed. Negator of legacy wealth building. Miss Powell is of a strict view when it comes to legacy wealth building. She is the heir to her husband's $1 billion wealth, but she says that the transfer of wealth will end on her and not pass on to her children. They already know their mom's view. Her husband, Steve Jobs, also didn't care about the accumulation of wealth. She is just putting in her efforts to do her best and distribute his wealth effectively, in such a way that it lifts up individuals and communities in a sustainable way. Powell is like a gem, and her views are enlightening. She doesn't consider accumulating a massive amount of wealth an individual's right. The wealth that the individual will garner would be potentially equivalent to millions of other people combined. The world would probably become a better place to live if every wealthy person thought like her. Love for art. Powell Jobs is also an enthusiastic art collector. Her name sparkled in one of the Art News' top 200 collectors in 2019. She collects contemporary art. Political views. Powell Jobs has invested money into politics to win her views. The collective purchased the television advertisements attacking President Trump's decision to revoke DACA in 2017. She has also funded millions of dollars into political campaigns. She supported Kamala Harris's presidential campaign before the Californian senator withdrew from the race in December. She must be glad to see Kamala as the current vice president of the U.S. In 2016, she backed Secretary Hillary Clinton and donated $2 million to Clinton's super PAC through Emerson Collective. She also hosted a $200,000 a plate fundraiser that raised over $4 million, reported by CNN. Voice of Immigrants. No highlighted issues remain out of sight of Powell Jobs. She has been a long supporter of immigration reforms in America. One of the goals of her foundation, Emerson Collective, is to bring systemic changes in immigration. She met with ex-president of the United States, Mr. Donald Trump, to discuss the issues, including immigration, on March 2017. Luxurious lifestyle. Powell Jobs lives in San Francisco in a house worthy of $16.5 million. Her home boasts 6 bedrooms and 6.5 bathrooms and is also an epicenter of incredible views of the city. She also owns 3 other homes in the Bay Area. She lived and made memories with her husband in one of the houses in the Bay Area. Love for nature. It seems that Powell Jobs is an avid outdoorswoman who likes to try different things. In her free time, she becomes a small plot farmer and a beekeeper. Venus, a companion in leisure. For spending her family time, she would sail off on Venus, together with her family. Steve Jobs commissioned the construction of this elegant yacht that cost at least 100 million euro, $110 million, to build. It got complete after he died. Despite her luxurious lifestyle, Powell Jobs tries to keep a low profile and eschew the spotlight. You might think that she became a billionaire because of her late husband, but let us not forget that her vision, priorities, and investment choices justify her caliber as a strong, brainiac lady. Let's see what else she will add to her achievements list in the future. If you liked this video, please hit like and share it with your friends. To learn more exclusive facts about your favorite personalities and luxury items, please subscribe to this channel. Until next time.